Hi, it's Brittany from the Empurrium. Welcome back to my channel. Today is day 3 in my Christmas in July series, and we're gonna make a cute little fabric corner bookmark. So here we go, putting it on this book I've been reading for a while. So it just goes right onto the page. So let me see, I'll put it like more inside. You just put it on a couple pages like this, and it just peeks out a little. It's so cute. It was really easy to make, super quick, super fast. All you need is a little bit of cotton woven material, a tiny bit of interfacing, so great for scraps, domestic, machine friendly, so fast. So this is a print I sublimated. I got it from being a Patreon for Liz Doodles. Thea and I are planning her school backpack in these prints, so I was like, I had it sitting over there. So cute, so fun. There's tons of free tutorials out there too. If you want like a written tutorial, just search fabric corner bookmark and you're good to go. Hope you're enjoying Christmas in July. If you haven't already subscribed, I would love if you did. And I'll catch you in the next 2 also. Enjoy. Oh, the boys want to help. Alright, so for this, what you're gonna need is just some fabric and some interfacing, and we need to cut 3 4x4 inch squares with fabric and 2 with interfacing, and then I'll show you what we'll do with the interfacing. So 4x4 square, you need 2 for your outsides and 1 for, okay, I'm sorry. You need your back, your middle, and then the folded top piece. So for this print, I want this to be the focus, and I want this to like be a little pop. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut my 4-inch square. That is going to be my back. So I want to try to focus on these orange cats because I'm probably gonna end up giving it to my daughter. So I'm just gonna line it up in a way. I'm gonna be fussy cutting a bit for mine. You do not need to do that though. But if my 4-inch square is here, I want to try to center this orange cat in it. I am planning on making my daughter a backpack with this print, so you'll probably see it again. But I was like, let's see. Okay, 4x4 again here. Right, this is gonna be my back. I didn't center it the greatest, but that's okay. And then I want the fold, which is the top, to also be in this print. So what I need to basically think is, because you're gonna be folding this on the diagonal, so I want something to show cute right here. So I'm gonna take, when I'm cutting that 4-inch square, like this part of my ruler is what's gonna matter from that diagonal line that splits it in half. So I'm kind of thinking this other kitty be pretty cute. So I'm looking at what is going to be putting that in the best spot. And you also want to remember you're gonna have your seam allowance too. So don't just line what you want to show at the very edge of your ruler, or it's gonna get cut off. actually recording decently early in the morning for a summer day. So the kids are asleep, so the cats are like, ooh, mom. So that is about what's gonna show there. And then I just want to get a 4x4. On this one, it doesn't really matter where, but I'm just gonna go to the corner. There's that. So basically how this is going to work is this is going to be the back. This is going to be inside. And then this will be that folded diagonal. And then your page goes in there. So we need some interfacing now. It's pretty good for scraps too, because 4x4 isn't huge. I'm pretty guilty though of throwing scraps away a lot. Okay, so right here, oh wow, see? This is almost exactly 4x4. Just trim that down. Okay, you need one more 4x4, but this one we're gonna be cutting. So this one you're gonna cut on the diagonal because you only need the half of it. So, and here's the thing. If you don't want to waste this other triangle, you could make another one and you would use this and you'd only have to cut one more. Or you can just line that up in a corner and you'll have to, you know, visually look and see where it's going to be. You don't have to, but I actually want to make more. So we have our 3 fabric 4x4s, 1 interfacing 4x4, and then 1 of the 4x4 sliced diagonally. We're going to go over and iron and sew. Alrighty. So again, we've got our pieces here. We have our interfacing. The mouse pad ironing pad is back. We're going to interface the back piece and the corner piece, and then the one that's going to be on in the middle we're going to leave alone. So I'm just going to scoot that over the side for a second. I'm going to do this folded over one first. What I'm going to do is I'm going to line it up so that I know, like, I want it folded this way. I'm gonna line it up, and then I'm gonna make sure that it's not hanging over the edge, and I have that lined up nice, and then I'm gonna press that down. I don't normally just use an iron for interfacing, but thankfully it's working. So that one's like that, and then the back we're just going to completely center. Oh, come on. Oh no. Okay, so I sublimated this, and it sublimated onto this real quick. Hang on here. I grabbed some parchment paper. This is what I usually use on my heat press. So sometimes the sublimation with the heat, it will kind of like bleed, but it's not a normal thing. Like it doesn't, like, you can't tell that anything came off, if that makes sense. But this is a sublimation mouse pad, so it was like, oh, more? It happens. I've just been using this mouse pad for myself, so it's fine. I'm going to make sure that that is on there. And now we can work on sewing this. Okay, so here's our back, here's our center, and here's the corner. I had looked up a couple different tutorials and they didn't, like, there's no stitch line here and at the end it's just folded, but I personally want to top stitch that so it looks nicer. So I'm gonna go ahead and clip this together, and then I want to make sure I have that pressed, and I'm just gonna go ahead and run a line of stitches on that to top stitch it. This is optional, you don't have to. It won't change the functionality, but I think it'll look a little bit nicer. So what we're gonna do now is we need to lay this all together. Did not need that many clips. So you want to start with the back. So if I want this to be like this way up, then what you're gonna do is you're gonna lay your interface square in there, and we want, oh, I didn't line that up the greatest. We want what we want to show at the end, because this is going to be like this, we want it to be like this, but we need to put those right sides together. So I'm just gonna put that there. I'm gonna trim this just a touch because I want to make sure that I don't miss that in my seam allowance. So I'll have to adjust the teeniest bit. Okay, so again, we want that to be there. And then the inside piece is gonna go on the top. And so whatever's like in this corner is gonna show more. And I kind of want that to show more. So I'm gonna sandwich that down there. And line everything up as best you can. What we're gonna do next is we're gonna sew around the edges, but we wanna leave an opening because we're gonna need to turn it through. These two sides have that corner. These two don't. You're gonna wanna leave your turning hole on one of these so it's easier to turn. Make sure you backstitch at the start and the stop also. And I'm stitching at 1/4 of an inch. My synchronizer isn't synchronized correctly on this machine, and I've tried to change it and I can't. So corners are a little interesting every once in a while. Okay, so when we get back, just leaving an opening there. I'm going to take the corners and snip. This is going to help the corners poke out nicer. And then we're going to turn this right sides out. As always, I love using my hemostats. Trying not to, like, I don't want to rip my stitches. And then you're going to want to take a non-sharp pointed object and poke those corners. The one that has the extra material is going to be a tiny bit harder. And then you're going to want your opening to fold and lay flat nicely. I'm going to just give a real quick press there to flatten it all down. Okay, good. That's still nice and flat. And now we're going to top stitch all the way around. And this will close that turning hole. Trim your strings. You could give it one more press if you want to, but you're all done. This just sits in on the page. It's so cute. Apparently, oh, okay. When I lined up the corner, I guess like this way, but honestly it doesn't really matter. It's still at the top, but it's so cute. That was so easy. I hope you enjoyed day 3 of Christmas in July, and I'll catch you in the next one. Have a great day. Bye.